The year was 1964. It was my 6th birthday, and my present was to see the movie Mary Poppins. It was my first movie, and it was simply magical. This was the beginning of my lifelong fascination with the cinema, ultimately leading to a position with the Walt Disney Company, and even an opportunity to work with Michael Eisner, albeit not in film. Hi, I'm Dr. John Reneski, and this is Real Reflections, a real distortion-free zone. Today we are taking a look at a period piece set in China in the 1930s, a time during which there was much conflict between the warring factions of the Republic of China and the Chinese Communist Party. While there are glimpses of a political nature in this film, this is a story about family, sure to warm the soul and perhaps even bring a tear to the eye. This film is The King of Mass by Wu Tianming, starring Zhu Xu. This is a tale that has been told time and time again in many different settings. Whether it is The Wizard of Oz in 1939, or A Wonderful Life in 1946, or even Adam Sandler's Mr. Deeds in 2002, this is a story about transformation, rich with peril, but in the end, the power to change is as simple as clicking your heels. The King of Mass is a master performer in search of an heir who is worthy of learning the family performance secrets, thus securing his legacy. And while there are many characters, this is really the story of just two, the king and Doggie the child. Wu introduces us to the king before the credits even stop rolling. Punctuating this is King's story. We see him making his way through life as a solitary figure, someone who has trouble seeing what is in front of him. His focus just living day to day. It is the mental fog of existence. King's search for an heir becomes muddled in self-imposed technicalities, and as the quest for an heir is lost in the haze, King fails to realize the bigger issue of connections, love, and being loved. Wu brings King to life through the humanity and his flaws. When all appears lost, King relies on tradition and culture, refusing to see what is right before his eyes. But let's not forget about Doggie, whom we are introduced to in a manner similar to King, someone who is traveling through life alone. But unlike King, Doggie sees through the haze of life. Wu brings us a character that is savvy, naive, and even scarred. In many ways, Doggie is similar to Dickens' Oliver Twist, someone looking for a way to escape the perils of a child alone in the world. Doggie is the key that both unlocks the king's stoicism and sends him deeper into himself. Doggie's good deeds often go awry, and yet it is ultimately these deeds that save the king. This film climaxes when the king finally says a sentence that I've been willing him to say through most of the story. But to learn what that is, you will have to watch The King of Mass. So throw some popcorn in the microwave, get your favorite beverage, and buckle your seatbelt as Wu Tianming's film is filled with the incredible sights and sounds of a land far away, transporting you to 1930s China, and a story that will leave a tear, even in my eye.